So I found this guy and we just couldn't pass it up, thinking it was going to be similar to Jamie Wayne's bike. Had to get it.
Diary. It's early. I got my base layer on because it's cold outside. So, it's going to be a rough one. But, turn wrench is no fun in the code. However, today is Friday. Should have this weekend off and we can do motorcycles. So, I'm looking forward to that. The garage is a wreck. The yard is a wreck. We need to clean the bar up. See where we go. Try and get a clear picture and move down the path of getting this cross-country trip started.
A lot of people have asked, why the name Folding Dollars? Especially because you get on YouTube and you pop up Folding Dollars and it's a bunch of people folding money. And here's the story behind that. So years ago, me and Donna first got together. My wife, my woman. She's a hard worker. She's a little crafter. But anyway, I digress. Back to what I was saying. Years ago, she's in Kroger with my sister. Now, she'd been hanging out with my mom a whole lot. Whenever my mom would talk about her spending money, she called it her folding money. She'd get in her little drawer and she'd break out her folding money. Well, Donna was in there and she's at Kroger and she's buying diapers or whatever it was that she was getting. And she didn't have enough money. So she told the cashier, she goes, hang on just a second. My sister had already checked out. She runs out to the parking lot. She screams across the parking lot, hey, Jesse, do you got any folding dollars? And we've never let her live it down. So last year, she wanted to get her a Shopify account and start her sublimation, where she would be making t-shirts and printing on mugs and things like that. And she was trying to come up with a name for it. And I said, well, why are you doing it? She goes, because I want some money of my own. And instantly I said, well, you got to name it Folding Dollars. So that's her Shopify account. And we have just started ordering the equipment for that. Now, she's had a Cricut and she's been making t-shirts for a while now. But this will be her just getting into the sublimation and mugs and things of that nature. And me with the YouTube channel, like, I will try to make content where if I can get somebody to do something with me or do one of the things that I've done, maybe they'll buy a coffee cup that has whatever on it. And I don't know. I'm trying to move forward, focused on us as a family and where we're trying to go. And honestly, I just kind of want to see where this goes. I want to put a little bit of effort into trying something different. And hey, if it don't work out, it don't work out. But we will have these videos to look back on and go, hey, that's what we were doing and that's where we started. So, and I get to see my pretty face. And I do love seeing my pretty face, although I think I took too much off right here and it's curling, probably because I twist it. But that needs to be fuller right there. So I think I'm going to trim that dude off and go full on bush for a while and let that fill back in. My mom will hate it. It's a good idea. She'll comment on every video. Okay, I had to fix my little patch. On my last video there, I noticed that I was repping the wrong company. Not that there's anything wrong with the company I work for. However, this is a different time. This is me. So, things that I do here, I don't want shining a bad light on those guys. Now, I am in what is yet to be my workshop, my little garage, and 15 years ago this was a pretty nice workshop. Me and Earl done a lot in it. But over the past 15 years, it's went downhill as far as cleanliness. And it's kind of a cluttered catch-all. I clean it up for a little bit, and then it's back to a mess just because I don't spend any time out here. But got a couple welders there. Those are my MIGs, and I will have to get this cleaned up. And my little shop crane welded to my bench. The Can-Am that I will be selling, because it doesn't go anywhere anymore. So, my vise, covered in everything. A lot of motorcycle parts. Now, having my box at work, I'm going to have to get another box and bring it in here. Probably put it over here next to the TIG welder and plasma cutter. So, this box just isn't big enough for what I plan to do out here this year. And I get this Can-Am out of here. It's not a bad garage. So, to catch everybody up to speed, this right here is the Yamaha Roadstar 1700 2007. I bought that to be my bike. And I paid $2,200 for it. The money that I spent on that, I think is worth it. It needs a lot of TLC. It's been wrecked. Something's up with the front tire. You get above 55 and things get real sketchy. This bike right here was the extra bike that we got. That's a good motor. That was the 88 where the guy had left it to his grandson, or I guess his wife's grandson, and he left the state and moved away. So when his wife had died. This is Dave's bike, and if you watched the video yesterday, you will know that this is where this bike is. We've got some fuel delivery issues. I've got another fuel pump for it. Moving forward, I'll try to document everything as we go along. So the plan this weekend is I'll probably do like a time-lapse video cleaning the garage up. I have to get a lot better with my video editing and trying to make quicker content so you don't just hear me ramble on. So that's what's going on with that. Now, check out the shifter that we made out of a wrench. I have to take a picture. I'm still on my cell phone because I haven't figured out the GoPro and video editing on that yet. I have kind of figured it out on this. This bike here is a Honda Shadow that we found in Delphi, Indiana for $1,200. And I was able to ride it home. Now it's like a 3-hour ride. So the battery wouldn't stay charged. He had put a new battery in it and he posted it on Marketplace. We cruised up, charged the battery. I rode it home. We threw a stator in it. Now this bike looked like your grandpa's bike. I'll see if I can post a picture right after this video to show what that bike looked like. When we first got it. So Jamie Wayne was like, I'm I'm not riding that bike like that. We've got to change it. We've got to paint it black. So we put a new stator in it, new rectifier, new plugs, oil change, stripped it down, painted it black. He's happy with it, and I have rode that one. It's smooth as glass at 95, so that's the best running bike we've got. I believe Dave's is the best looking bike that we have when it's put together so far. And hopefully this one here pretty soon. It's looking like new saddlebags. I'm going to try and get a Batwing fairing for the front of it. Do some speaker installs. New clutch. Air filter. Clean this dude up quite a bit. Not all sure what I'm going to do to it just yet, but definitely new front tire. I thought it might be the wheel bearings bad, but it wasn't the wheel bearings. It wasn't tire pressure. Not sure what's going on with it, but and it could be the neck bearings or whatever. I don't know. We'll have to play with that, but I need to get this guy out of here. So I got some room. And then the other day we get on Marketplace and we find a motorcycle that runs for $1,000, but it won't stay charged. And I'm thinking, hey, this sounds just like Jamie Wayne's motorcycle. It's like, dude, let's go get it. So Jamie Wayne pitches in. He gives me the money. We run there. I ride it back from Plainfield. Now, it was 11 degrees when I ride this bike back from Plainfield, Indiana. I was frozen. This thing had been setting for so long that it had flat spots on the tires. The whole way I'm just shaking. Feels like I'm on gravel. The seat that was sitting on it was for I believe it was for a Kawasaki. It was not for the bike that it was on. Actually, it might be for a Honda Shadow, but this is the seat that was on it. It was just sitting there. And we're like, well, I'll just ride it home. Now, snow on the ground. So I ride this dude home. And I've ordered a new seat for it already and put that on. Let's do a little unwrapping. So, can I spin this camera while mid-video? You know what? Give me a second. Okay. I rode this bike home. It's 11 degrees. They had made this little air filter for it. That is definitely not right, so we'll get rid of that. Now this is only a 750, so Dave wanted an 1100, but I put the seat on there already, kinda. I got some issues back here. I bought an Amazon seat and it doesn't quite fit. So it looks like I'm gonna be drilling another hole. But overall, for what it is, it's not a bad looking bike. Hopefully, this one doesn't take much more than a stator and a rectifier. It's been hot wired. I don't even know where the gas cap is at this point. They busted it out and hot wired it. So, a new gas cap, new stator and rectifier, definitely some new tires. The chain seems to be all the way out, so I'm not liking that. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on there. I might have to get new sprockets and chain for it. Adjust that dude. Play around with it. It's got a dent in the tank. That I don't care so much about, because if Dave's riding this and while his is down, then, you know, I don't want to say that these bikes are meant to be crashed, but when you've got a teenager learning how to ride a motorcycle, they tend to drop them in parking lots. Also, our little party bar right now with the weather is not quite the party scene. So that is something that I need to get cleaned up this weekend. It's supposed to warm up in the 50s, maybe in the 40s this weekend. Hopefully that'll melt the snow and ice. I can get this pea gravel raked back out, get my little chill spot cleaned up, get the garage cleaned up, and start posting some better looking videos. But this is where we begin. So, you know, it's not all sunshine and roses where we start. There is zero flowers. Ain't working here, which means it's flashing fast there, it's flashing fast back here. All the wiring to the turn signals are right. High beam,